Hey guys, welcome to JRNA Intuitive. Little different backdrop today. This is the weekend and everybody's home. So, finding my own little space here because I need to get this message out. Today, for the collective, there's one or many of you who need to hear this message, and I wanted to get it out to y'all today. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. All right, so a lot of times the way my intuition works is that it'll come through music. So I'll wake up with songs, things, and I'll never hear them before, which is the craziest part. But the one today is, let me just make sure I get it right. It is One-Sided Love by Candor. Okay, it might not be your style of music, and that's fine. But I am guided to do a reading regarding it and pay attention. Maybe if you want, take a listen to that song, see if there's something in the lyrics for you that might help you get a better understanding of a situation you're in, have been in, that just might click with you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and kick off this reading. This will be a channeled message, and basically who this is going to be for is somebody who has been in a connection with somebody that the love was not reciprocated. Okay, the attention was not reciprocated. The amount of love and affection you gave was not given to you in return. Okay, now what's interesting about this reading is the fact that you knew this person was cold and closed off and or emotionally unavailable, but you couldn't let go. You had an attachment to this person emotionally, okay? And because of that, you just got hurt every step of the way because you were waiting for them to change. You were waiting for them to evolve. You were waiting for them to see you and love you the way that you did for them, okay? So, yeah, first card out, Justice. You were waiting for a long time for the scales to be balanced, for what you gave this person would appreciate it. Like they would appreciate the love, the time, the attention that you were giving them. And all throughout this connection or process, you kept giving, knowing that they were not able or willing to give that back. Okay, because your love ran deep. But what happened in the process of that is that your heart chakra closed off. Okay, like it closed off to those around you who loved you and who showed you love. But the fixation on this person was so deep, and it's not something that you did. It's because this person was so cold and you were so warm that the dynamic was, again, like with this Justice, the scales were just so unbalanced. And you had the blindfolds on, hoping and wishing that this person would just see you, right? And all of the attention and everything that they gave you. Queen of Wands. Could be dealing with the Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Okay. This person viewed you as very charming, charismatic. They were attracted to you. Okay. But that's all you felt that you were for this person, was like a supply for their passion or for their needs. You never felt the love from them to the point where you just, for some of you, you molded yourself and were like, okay, if this is what they want, this is the person I'll be for them. Okay. And it's just because the love you felt for them was so real and so deep, and you gave so much of yourself that when it wasn't reciprocated, the heartbreak that you felt, the betrayal that you felt. But this person was always cold. They were always emotionally unavailable. Judgment and Justice. You're waiting. So for some of you, you might be waiting for an apology. You might be waiting for karma, right? This person may have taken you for a ride. Okay, they may have understood the emotions you had for them, and they may have taking it to their advantage. Okay? Because you did wear your heart on your sleeve with this person. Because you didn't feel like, why should you have to hide that? You don't need to always play games, right? But did this person play games with you? And that's what I'm getting with the justice and the judgment. Like, this person you're dealing with could be like a user, taker, manipulator, right? They just take what's good, what's best for them without any regards to your emotions or how it makes you feel. And you might be at the point where you want justice from that. Like, you want this person to recognize the damage they've done to you, the hurt they've caused. So much anxiety this situation has caused you. You felt bound to this person. You were attached to this person. Okay, you formed some sort of attachment. Could have been a trauma bond. Excuse me, it could have been something about your attachment style, right? This has been coming up a lot in the readings about attachment styles. So I don't know who needs to hear that, or if you've been looking into that recently, because you might notice that, excuse me, when you meet people, you get attached like really quickly. And so much so that you lose a little part of yourself in them, because like you can, whoever I'm speaking to, I feel like you can see people. You know, you can like see through people and really like, you could easily have soul connections with people, right? Like you can dive deep. You know, you don't need to always talk about the weather or like, you know, shallow stuff. But when other people don't see you in that same way, it could form like an anxious attachment and make you like, you know, put yourself down that you're not enough for that person. When that's not the case, because if you were the right fit, right, it wouldn't cause you that much pain. Now, not to say every relationship or connection is easy, right? I mean, obviously you're going to go through ups, downs, emotions, all that. But I think you're at the point where you are questioning if you're the only one out of the two who went through any emotional turbulence. You know, was this person's life disrupted by the connection or just yours? And with this judgment and the Eight of Swords, that's what I'm feeling. Like you want to know. Like you just want to get out of this position, this feeling. Could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio person. The thing is, this person comes in, you know, they're showing up as a knight. Okay, they come in like rushing in, charging in, expressing what you want to hear. Trying to show up as though they're this knight in shining armor. Is that the saying, knight in shining armor? It just sounded so weird when it came out. But they're trying to portray themselves as this person for you. But I'm curious, or ask yourself this, do you feel it? Like if this person's like, oh, I miss you. Oh, I love you. Oh, this, like, are you questioning if it's real? Because this person comes in like they're not even looking at that cup. They have it in their hand. The cup represents love, okay? Emotion, feelings. They're like, here you go. What I'm getting strongly is like keeping you, like stringing you along, keeping you there. Like this person as well may as well have an attachment style. And that's why you guys are clicking. Like you're definitely bonded. Okay, like, I mean, meaning you have a bond, but you feel it's one-sided love. And that's because that's what this person makes you feel. Intentionally, unintentionally. But I'm really being guided to to talk about this. And I know it's not always like easy. I don't ever want people to walk away from a reading ever on anybody's channel thinking there's something wrong with them or thinking that, you know, they need to fix something about themselves. That's never what I want. What I'm being guided to talk about is things to explore about yourself, information to read about yourself, just to see if it clicks for you, to get a better understanding of how you approach relationships, connections, okay? And this one very much so is regarding an attachment style. For some of you, you may have not had a parent that you needed growing up present. You may have had an emotionally unavailable parent. I gotta get it because I don't know what flew out. And because of that, oh, pardon me. And because of that, sorry if my butt was just in the camera. But anyways, because of that, it made you feel that you needed to do more to get people to love you and see you. And I don't want that to sound deep. I don't want that to sound negative at all. Because it's obviously not something you asked for. It's not something you wished to design for yourself when it comes to relationships, right? I mean, nobody would ask to be, you know, anxious when it comes to relationships or have rejection and abandonment issues. Those are formed because of traumas in your life or because of, you know, your childhood or relationships. Like this is the stuff that gets formed. But it's not something that you're doing wrong. Okay? It's just why you may feel that this person is a one-sided situation or multiple connections have been one-sided. You may have always felt you need to give so much love in order to be loved, or you need to be extra giving in order to be loved, instead of just being yourself and being loved. Okay? Page of Cups, Death. You could be dealing with the Scorpio. Yeah, and it's interesting, both with these cards, when it comes to emotion and love, the illustration has the individual looking elsewhere. Okay? This person may not always be giving eye contact. There may be something about eye contact with this person. They may be a really good talker, like really smooth operator, like a real smooth talker, but yet their actions don't really like follow that. Like I'm hearing big time love bomb, like come in with all that, like everything you want to hear, everything you want to hear. And then nothing happens from it. Oh my gosh. I just feel like I just got lost in my sweater here. But like, that's the thing that needs to end and transform. And I think for some of you, if you're resonating with this, and the reason why I'm getting like such the urge to get a message out today in this, not in my office, is because you want to break the cycle. Like this has been a cycle. It's been a repetitive cycle. Nothing really has changed. And you know that, and like your feelings are just bottling up, like piling up. Like you're becoming emotional regarding this, or completely closed off to everyone else because of what it's doing to you and how it's making you feel, to not feel like you're being cared for the way that you care for this person. But you know that it needs to transform, or the cycle needs to end. So I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You know that. But for some of you out there, maybe you asked for a sign or a message of clarity. And that's why maybe there's something in this song that I'll put in the description box as well about one-sided love that just might help you out in this process. Because depending on how long you've been in this cycle, have they changed at all? And only you will know that answer. Okay? Only you will know. But I'm getting a very strong energy vibe off this person that they are just emotionally unavailable for whatever their reasons are. Okay? Whether it was their upbringing, again with their attachment style, which is why you two could be just so bonded together. But I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you like emotion. You like feelings. You like affection and attention. And that's just what this person's not adding up to. We're dealing with the Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This person may be younger than you or just a little bit more immature. Their communications could be immature. They could feel like they don't have enough money or materialistic items in their reality. They may be really insecure about finances. The offers that they give you might be so small and insignificant. You know, you might just want this person to take you out to dinner and they just want to come over and not even buy food, right? That's just an example of the extremes of what you want versus what you're receiving. And as you'll hear in that song, this person knows the result. They know how they're going to feel. They know that this person is so cold, but they show up at their doorstep anyway. They put up with it anyway. And for some of you, it might just be because you really believe in this person, or it's because of pride, of how much you've given to this person, of your energy and your time, to just throw it all away and let it transform out of your life, end the cycle for good, choosing you. And it's been a ride. So it's not like one of those easy cycles that you could just end. I feel like you're doing a lot of soul searching. And you're really comparing this person, what they're giving you, to what you want out of a connection or relationship. Out of what you're giving your energy to, what you want to receive. The Fool. Some of you may have at times really thought you were so foolish with this person, with the way that you communicated with them, with the crap you put up with, the fact that you'd always take them back, okay? And for others of you, it's you want to take a leap in just a different direction. And for some of you, you're going to still hold out hope for this person. And you're still going to repeat the cycle. And that's okay. I'm not here to tell you what decisions to make in your life. That will never be anything I'll ever want to do for you. But I will tell you what I see from these energies is that if you do take a leap to end the cycle and just give yourself time to reflect, okay? Maybe you don't text this person back like you used to. Maybe you don't answer the calls on every other weekend when they're like, hey, what are you doing? And you're like, oh, I haven't heard from you in forever. What do you want now? You know, if you chose not to answer that call or reply to that text and just reflect on how this whole situation is making you feel, that is the first step in the leap of a new direction. Now, this cycle doesn't have to end forever, right? Your absence might make this person transform. I mean, we have the Death card. It is a possibility that this situation can transform. But there's nothing that you can do more. There's nothing you can say more You can't be there for them more, buy them more, give them more to feel a certain way about you. Their love has to come from their heart. Their generosity has to come from their want. And maybe it's going to take your absence for them to see that they put in no effort, or that the effort that they did put in just wasn't really enough. But they're not going to transform if they can keep getting away with everything that they're doing. And again, I don't want this reading to come across like to make you feel bad in any way, shape, or form. There's nothing you're doing wrong. You're following your heart, right? Some of you might be following your intuition, your gut, and it's really leading you to this person. But the problem is just the way it makes you feel at the end of the day. Like, does it make you smile? Does it fill you up inside? Do you feel loved? And like that's whoever I'm speaking to, that's what you want. You don't want anything that's one-sided. But the only way to know is to walk away and see how this person reacts. Now, that could be very scary because, right? What if they don't call again? What if they don't text again? But that might be your answer, you know? But the change might have to come from you, because I think this person you're dealing with is comfortable. They're comfortable with just being emotionally detached. They're comfortable with being cold. They're comfortable with just coming in for passion when they want it, leaving when they want to, having that freedom. The Emperor. This person could be an Aries. They could be extremely dominant, controlling. This person could be a boss. This person can, excuse me, only take this if it resonates, can remind you of like a father figure. Like there's just could be some sort of similarity. But this person is definitely their way or the highway, right? They try to assert their control over the situation, how it's going to go. Your emotions and feelings are not put into consideration. It's what this person wants, and that's it. So all these energies, like I feel like I said, like you've been through a ride. You've been on a ride. You've been on a ride with this person. And it's like they're coming up as pages and knights. But what they want the world and for you to perceive is like this dominant, like boss man, boss woman, like, you know, somebody who's just super in control, super powerful, holds all the answers, like they know it all. That's the mask. What's underneath is just not that. So this person has their own insecurities. I'm feeling very strong regarding finances. I think this person portrays that they, you know, are super successful. They have all this money. But then they have nothing to show for it. It's like they're a showman. They like to present themselves a certain way. But underneath it all, they're not that at all. And that's just what might be keeping you in the cycle. Not the money part, but the fact that they come in so grandiose and what you see is something so minuscule, it just never adds up. This person just might always make you feel like you're on a roller coaster ride. Like you want to believe the emotions that they're saying to you. Like you want to believe it. But then you have nothing to show for it. Like you have nothing tangible. You have nothing like from this person that's real. And if you're feeling empty inside and not, you know, emotionally satisfied, that's because they're not giving enough of the emotion or it's not coming from a real place. And if this is clicking and fitting and you stayed on for 24 minutes and 48 seconds, you know that, right? But it's hard when you believe in somebody. Okay? Or it's hard if you believed their lies. And then now you have to give up on the whole thing and start over. And then have that fear of trusting somebody again, that you're not going to have to go through something like this again. This person did a lot. Okay? At the end of the day, you might feel like a part of you got damaged. Part of your heart just got taken away. Taken for granted, used, and you'd have to rebuild. But that leap in either direction is the only way it's going to change, but you know that the cycle has to break. Okay? Fooling the death. It's got to go. It's got to go in a different direction, or it's got to leave your life. Because it's only harming you. And you won't have to question one-sided love. Okay? You can give your emotions and love to somebody who's emotionally available. But again, I don't want to go down that road yet. This is still, you're in that moment where you need to decide about this person. And that's a big decision. And I don't want to make any light of it, make it seem easy. I just want to bring you clarity. If this is what you've been feeling, the one-sided love. And just knowing that you can have it all. You can have somebody love you back and love you right. But you got to go through this muck and junk from whatever this person, the trail of heartache they left behind, right? So I'm going to close this off with an angel's whisper. Okay, let's do one final message, please. Okay, one final message. Okay, we'll get there. Well, we're only at 27 minutes on a Sunday. Okay. What goes around comes around. That's just what came up. And the two cards to back that baby up: justice and judgment. Okay. Karma. Can't go playing around with people's emotions and feelings and not have any repercussions. The universe doesn't work that way. It don't work that way. So what goes around comes around. Okay? Now I'm just going to end it on this little nugget. What if you treated this person the way they treated you? How do you think they'd like it? Probably wouldn't like it at all. But I think whoever I'm speaking to, you don't vibe that way, you know? You hurt. So why would you want to hurt somebody else? But they're not going to be able to get away with it forever. I will tell you that. All right. If this message brought some clarity to you, please like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.